Welcome to the new era of UFC where it's all about entertainment. It doesn't matter how good of a fighter you are, it doesn't matter how crazy of a winning streak you have, undefeated, rankings, nothing matters. What matters is your Instagram followers. That's all that matters. And that's how you're gonna get a title shot. These fights that we are getting next year makes no sense. I have zero, like literally zero interest to Volkanovski versus Lopez. With Paddy Pimblett Justin Gaethje, it's horrible fight for the interim title. It's a good fight, but horrible fight for the interim title. But it's a little bit understandable, little bit. But Volkanovski versus Lopez makes no sense. And think about it, guys. If Volkanovski loses this fight, we're gonna get a rematch. A third fight between these two. Third fight! What is this? This is so bad of a matchup that even Leroy Murphy, that is supposed to get a title shot, he's coming off an amazing victory. He has the best knockout this year, the amazing spinning back elbow to Aaron Pico, knocked his ass out in the first round, and he's not gonna get a title shot. And he is shocked. He's shocked, he's mad, and he's like, hey, this is not about the best anymore. You know, it's about who's popular. It always has been who's the most popular, but there always has been like a little bit of a correction. Like, for example, Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley had to beat Peter Yan. The problem now is that you don't need to beat a guy like Peter Yan. You can just get a title shot of fucking Tony Ferguson, Bobby Green, and Michael Chandler. Like, even Sean O'Malley had to fight a really, really tough opponent and beat him. And that's how you got it. Like, you have to prove yourself, even in one fight. And that one fight would be Arman Tsarukyan. If you beat Arman Tsarukyan, then yeah, you deserve the title shot 100,000%. Even though you still had an easier route, but you still had to beat some high-level opponent. Sean O'Malley did that. But nowadays, you don't need to do that. Now you can just jump ahead, title shot, who gives a fuck. It's all about how many followers you have. So I think this is changing a lot of things. I think this is changing, for example, the fans are mad. We have never seen fans be this mad before, because, you know, it took over 30 years for UFC build a trust with their fans. But now that trust is gone. I think people are watching UFC less and less and less, and most of the UFC cards are utter trash. There's literally zero promotion. Zero. The promotion is this, guys. This is the promotion. What's up, fight fans? It's Dana White here, and I'm gonna announce a couple of fights here. So first fight that we're gonna get next year, we're gonna get Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje for the interim lightweight title.
I don't give a fuck.
And then we're gonna get who's this? The GOAT is back, Amanda Nunes, and she's gonna fight against Kayla Harrison, guys. That's gonna be a great fight.
Fair enough.
Don't give a fuck.
Anyway, I'm gonna go play poker for millions of dollars and hang around with, you know, Twitch streamers and OnlyFans girls.
If you don't know, now you know.
So at certain point, you're gonna break the trust with the fans that it took 30 years to build. You know how hard it is to build that trust back? But UFC doesn't care. It's all about maximizing the profit. You know, after the TKO bought UFC, which always happens when private equity buys a company, they squeeze the company to death. The company gets ruined. The fans, the customers, the workers, everybody gets fucked except the stockholders. So stockholders will maximize their profit. So what they think is that, okay, we have to make the biggest fights to get as much money as possible. So who has the most followers? Oh, Paddy Pimblett has a lot of followers, so jump him ahead. Give him a title shot. But he hasn't beat anybody, and he's like ranked 8. Like, how the hell? Just jump ahead. Put him in rank 5. And now he's in rank 5, and now he's getting a title shot. You know, that's how it works, you know. We are entering to a new era of UFC, and it's changing how fighters view the sport. So Little Murphy tweeted that I'm gonna try to fight every month now, just like Kevin Holland. He's realizing, and everybody else is realizing, like, oh, this is not about being great. This is about who has the most Instagram followers. So if I'm not gonna get a title shot anyway, so I might as well just fight like Kevin Holland and cash out. And I think a lot of fighters will start doing that now. Even Diego Lopez was asked who should get a title shot. And listen to this.
Could I ask you, who do you think should fight Volk next for the belt?
I think Little Murphy. Little Murphy is making a great job in the last fight. I think he deserved the title shot. But I feel bad for Movsa, bro. I feel bad for Movsa because this guy is still defending UFC. But I don't know happy. I don't know for why this guy pulled out your last fight.
Even he is so confused and sad that these guys are not getting a title shot. Even we have a coaches.
Moswald and Murphy, I think, on paper are probably more deserving of that title shot, but we don't call the shots. That's up to the UFC. And
even the coaches, the fans, the fighters, the champion, everybody's confused. Why the fuck is Diego Lopez getting a fight? And I don't think this is a good thing for Diego Lopez because everybody's gonna hate him now. Everybody's gonna hate him now. This fight makes no sense. Now, the difference between this and Paddy Pimblett fight is that Paddy Pimblett versus Gaethje is a good fight on paper. The problem is that the title thing makes no sense. And with Volkanovski and Lopez, on the paper, the fight makes no sense. Even with the title or without the title. Nobody asked for this shit. Nobody cares about this fight. There's zero hype. You don't see even a one comment asking for this fight. Not even one. I feel so sad for Paramount. I don't think David Ellison, the Ellison family cares if they lose money. They have so much money. They are buying everything. They are now buying Warner Bros. With Saudi Arabia. They have bought CBS, Discovery. They have bought everything. They have bought almost the whole entertainment industry.
Meet the Ellison family, owners of CBS and Paramount, who reportedly want to buy TikTok, as well as CNN, HBO, and Discovery.
So they don't really give a fuck if these companies are making money or not making money. I think what's gonna happen is that the 7.7 billion was crazy amount of money. They're never gonna get that money back. And I think what's gonna happen is that they're gonna just fire people. I think a lot of these billionaires, like Ellison or whatever, they are huge into AI. And they want everything to be replaced with AI. So I think what's gonna happen is that workers are gonna get fired and they're gonna be replaced with AI. That's what's gonna happen. I don't think they even care about UFC providing these shitty cards and shitty fights. And the problem with Paramount now is that why should I subscribe to Paramount? I want the Paramount CEO or whoever, the manager, whoever, explain to me why the hell, as a UFC fan, should I subscribe to Paramount? UFC is giving us the worst fights ever. This has completely turned into who has the most social media followers is gonna get a title shot. It's just purely entertainment. This is not about the who's best anymore. So now this makes the UFC as an organization meaningless. Because the whole point of the UFC is that the best fight the best. This is the organization where they have the best talent, the best fight, and they fight each other, and we're gonna see who's actually the best in the world. But today, that's not the case anymore. And also, this year, over 80%, I would say, fight cards were utter trash. Just few pay-per-view cards were great. Everything else was trash. So, explain to me, why should I spend my hard-earned tiny money in a goddamn Paramount? Explain that to me. I already have a lot of subscriptions. Why the fuck should I add a fucking Paramount? I'm gonna get a shitty product, shittier product than ever before. No promo. The only promo is seeing bold ass Dana White on Instagram screaming, what's up, fight fans? This is the fight. Volkanovski versus Lopez. That's the promo that we are getting. No promo, nobody cares. We are getting shitty fights, shitty fight cards. So why should I subscribe to Paramount? I can just watch highlights on Twitter, or I even can watch full fights on Twitter. So explain to me, why should I subscribe to Paramount? I don't know if they have a power because they have just a TV deal. I don't know if they have a power to make a big changes in UFC. I can help, Paramount to make UFC great again. I can help Paramount to do that for free. No problem. Now, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think David Ellison gives a fuck. They're here just to own everything. That's their goal. So I don't think they give a flying fuck about the UFC or Discovery or fucking CBS. They don't give a fuck. It is what it is. It is what it is. This is what we are getting. And don't even get me started on Ilia Topuria. Ilia Topuria is bullshit. I'm gonna make a video about it, so stay tuned. Stay tuned for that. I already have made video about Ilia Topuria running away from Monsar Evloev and now Arman Tsarukyan. So I have made that video like 6 months ago. I've been saying it. You guys are saying it now that, oh, Ilia's running. I've been saying for a long time. And I've been getting a lot of hate. But now, you guys are with me. I always speak the truth, guys. I'm nobody's fan. I like these fighters. I enjoy their fights, but I'm nobody's fan. If I see you running away from your opponents, I call that shit out. If you cheat, I call that shit out. There's no bias here. There's no bias. Everybody gets the same treatment here. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about this new era of UFC Paramount.